pride and your inability to ask for help is keeping you stuck? Let's talk about it. Hey friend, I'm Kyla Jackson and I'm an execution strategist and Christian life coach, and I am here to help you to get out of your head and execute the things that God has called you to do. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 signs that you need accountability and explain to you how investing in accountability can help you to reach your goals so much faster. Now let's be real for a second. We are people who pride ourselves on being able to do everything on our own. We love to be in control. We love to prove to other people that we don't need help. And so we suffer in some areas and stay stuck longer than we need to because our pride becomes a hindrance to our growth. What do I mean by that? When you refuse to ask for help, it is a sign of pride. You are taking pride in your own accomplishments and you really do believe that you don't need anyone else's help. But the truth is you go farther when you have help. Some of you right now are stuck in the same area that you've been for years simply because you won't ask for help. Or when someone tries to offer you help, you say, no, I'm good, I got this. Or maybe it's a healing thing where some of us have asked other people for help. They didn't show up when we needed them to or in the way that we needed them to. So we made up in our minds that we were never going to ask for help again and do everything on our own. But friend, that was a season and it's time to heal. Accountability is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It's not a bad sign to need help. Help is not a bad word. And listen, I get it. I know what it feels like to not want to ask for help. I am the oldest of 4, and listen, I'm used to doing things on my own, and I'm used to having to kind of fend for myself. But I had to grow out of that mindset because I don't need to just survive through life. I want to thrive, and the best way that I found to do that is through accountability. So if you're wondering if you need accountability, let's go through these 5 signs so that you can clearly identify where you are. The first sign that you need accountability in your life is if all your other previous attempts have failed. If you've tried to establish a consistent routine in the past and no matter what you did, you just kept failing, accountability could be a game changer for you. For me, I have always struggled with working out consistently. I would join the gym in the beginning of the year, get very excited, walk in, get on the treadmill, leave, and then never go back again. I repeated this cycle for 5 years. All of my attempts to work out on my own completely failed, so I knew that I had to do something different, and accountability was that game changer for me. As you know, for the past 2 months, I've been working out with my personal trainer, Coach Jay, through Copilot Fitness, and I hit my highest streak of 44 days consistent. Accountability works, and that's why I'm so excited to say that Copilot Fitness is partnering with me again in today's video. Copilot Fitness gives you a unique fitness program that is completely tailored to you, your schedule, your equipment, whether in the gym or at home. You'll get step-by-step workouts, feedback on your form, a dedicated fitness personal trainer, and progress tracking all through the Copilot Fitness app, all for a fraction of the cost of in-person training. I love that Copilot Fitness is not just an app. You get to work with a real personal trainer. Since I've been working with Coach Jay, I'm on track to lose 5 pounds. I've already lost 2 of those pounds so far. My bloating has decreased significantly, and I finally have the energy to show up throughout my day. Plus, my productivity has gone through the roof. I finally see what everybody is saying, that when you take care of your body, it really does affect every other area of your life. Now, the second sign that you need accountability is if you lack motivation. There are honestly just some days where I don't feel like doing my workout, but my trainer, Coach Jay, is always there to give me a pep talk and remind me of my why. Honestly, if it wasn't for her support and accountability, I would have given up on my fitness journey a long time ago. Coaches help bridge the gap between desire and execution. Every workout, I'm getting closer to my goals. So girl, I could say so much more, but you should just try Copilot Fitness out for yourself. Say goodbye to analysis by paralysis and start being consistent in your workouts today. So click my Copilot Fitness link in the description box to get 14 days free with your own personal trainer. Now let's get into the next sign that you need accountability. Sign number 3, you need accountability if you have difficulty staying consistent. It's one thing to start something, but it's another thing to be consistent with it and even finish something. We're really good at getting excited and starting things, but not so much at finishing things. If you find it difficult to stick with a morning routine, a night routine, or even your workout routine, accountability could be the missing piece for you. Having someone there that's going to hold you accountable, especially in those moments where you're having those conversations with yourself and you're like, listen, I don't have it today. I don't want to show up. That accountability could be that voice in your ear that really pushes you and helps you to override those conversations or those excuses that you give yourself. In my last video, I was talking to you guys about how to get back on track because I had fell off of my routine and I was really frustrated because I had been consistent for a long time. And I was just like, you know what? I'll just keep doing what I'm doing and then I'll pick it up another time. But then I went into the Doers community, which is an accountability group for those who are growing closer to Christ and in consistency. And I saw people consistently showing up for the 21 Days of Discipline challenge, posting, the times where they fell short, but also stretching themselves to really complete everything for each day. And I was reminded of my why, and it really helped me to get back on track and keep going. When it's just you, you're more likely to give into those excuses. But when you have accountability and people that are cheering you on, motivating you and pushing you past your excuses, it helps you to be more consistent in the long run. Now, the fourth sign that you need accountability is if you are struggling to reach your goals. Hear me when I say this. You can only go but so far by yourself. There was a season where I was really struggling mentally and I just could not seem to get out of my head. I was really good at helping others, but for me, there was a season where I was just stuck and I had been trying to do it on my own, but I just felt all of these blockages. So I decided to invest into a coaching program that would help me to push past these mental blocks that I was having. Literally, as soon as I enrolled in this program and I started taking the exercises seriously and showing up for every class, all those mental blocks broke off of me. And all of a sudden, I had clarity, I had direction and strategy, and I also was able to get wisdom for someone who was already where I wanted to go. And that makes such a difference. Sometimes you just don't know what you don't know. And until you invest in someone that can take you further, you'll be stuck in the same place. I'm a coach myself, but I know the value of investing in other coaches. Even coaches need coaches. And sometimes I would watch people in this particular coaching program and they would not do certain things because they felt like they already knew, right? Just because you already know something doesn't mean that someone won't be able to provide a different perspective or clear something up for you. And another thing that I noticed is that people who struggle with asking for help, they tend to really struggle and battle with pride to the point where they feel like an answer or a solution that is being given to them is either beneath them or so obvious, and they beat themselves up because they're like, oh, I should have done this. I should have known this, but you haven't done it. When it comes to accountability, if you're going to invest and trust someone to help you along the process, don't come in there with a sense of pride feeling like you know everything. Because if you knew everything, then you will be able to get yourself unstuck. But if you find yourself still in that same place, then you need some help. And it is okay to recognize that you don't know everything. The people that you see that really go far and are consistent, they invest in themselves. Whether they have an accountability partner or whether they have a coach or a mentor that's helping them along the way. You go further when you have help. So if you're struggling to reach your goals, it may be time to invest in a coach or a mentor. Maybe the friend that you have holding you accountable isn't enough because they allow you to slack and to slide. But when you invest in a coach as a form of accountability, they're not going to let you slide around like your friend might. They're going to hold you accountable to doing what you said. And those are the type of things that you need to really reach your goals. Now, the last sign that you need accountability is if you're just feeling lost and overwhelmed. There are some areas in our lives that just seem so overwhelming that we don't even know where to start. So investing in accountability can be a great way to get a clear plan to follow. Sometimes you just need clarity and direction. You need a step-by-step plan that you know has a proven track record to work to bring you out of that stuck place. It doesn't mean that you're incapable. It can just mean that you're battling some things that you didn't see before. And this type of accountability can really help you to move forward. And at this stage where you're feeling overwhelmed or lost, the accountability of a friend is not going to be enough. You need someone who is trained in the area that you are struggling in and has created a plan to help move you out, something that they have also done for themselves and for others. You need clarity in that season. You don't need just motivation. You need clarity and strategy. And that type of accountability, investing in a coach or a mentor, can get you that. And it will save you so much time. Now, of course, there are different types of accountability where you can have accountability partners. So that may look like a friend or a coworker that you're working on a like-minded goal, and maybe you check in every now and then to keep on track. You can also join accountability groups, so other people in a larger setting that are chasing the same goal, like the Doers community where we're growing closer to Christ and in consistency. Then you have the next level of accountability, which is actually investing in coaching, where you have someone, again, who has solved the particular problem that you're struggling with and has a clear plan to help you move forward. They are not going to allow you to slide around in your excuses, and you're going to reach your goals a lot faster because they know what they're doing and they've been where you are. So again, when you invest, you're going to save yourself time automatically, because the time that you spent trying to figure something out could take you months or even years. That person has already done it and they can give you that blueprint in less than weeks. So it really does save you so much time when you invest in coaching to move forward. So let's recap. Here are the 5 signs that you need accountability. Number 1, if all of your previous attempts have failed, it's time to get some accountability. Number 2, if you lack motivation, it's time to get some accountability. Number 3, if you have difficulty staying consistent, you need some accountability. You cannot do this on your own. Number 4, if you're struggling to reach your goals, if you've been in the same place year after year and have not seen any movement, it's time to get some accountability, whether it is investing in a coach or getting a serious accountability partner. And number 5, if you're feeling overwhelmed or lost, you really need to take the steps to get a coach or a mentor who is certified in the area that you are struggling with so that they can give you a clear plan to move forward. So I hope that this has been helpful. If you've gotten to this point and you realize now that you need accountability in your life, especially in the form of coaching, I would love to help you. I'm an execution strategist and Christian life coach, so I specialize in helping people to execute the things that God has called them to do. So if you have a God project that you've been working on for years and you can't seem to push it out because of time issues and just mental blocks, I am the coach for you, and you can click the link in the description box to learn more about how to work with me. I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you on the next video.